And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all generations, it is your favorite charity podcast episode, talk show, YouTube thing that we do occasionally, but haven't done it in a while because we haven't had any guests. But now we're back and doing all kinds of great things. It's A Mile in Your Shoes with your host, Wedge Stevens. Oh, thank you for that. Oh, I made a mistake. You saw it. You're not supposed to see the microphone, and I pushed it up into the video. I did it again. That's what I do. I'm always pushing stuff up into the microphone. Hey, everyone, how's it going? A long time no see. How have you been? Oh, have you lost some weight? I think you're losing weight. Are you doing it the right way, or are you doing the little finger up the throat trick? Don't be doing that. That's naughty. Better be eating all the food you're supposed to be eating too. Hey, how's it going? My name is Wedge Stevens. I'm here to help you. Already within 2 seconds, I noticed I have a big eyebrow hair right here. Hang on. And grooming right here on the show. There it is. Ow, that really hurt. That was, tweezers. And then look at this. I got this giant white hair right here. Like, no, that's bad. You don't, Father Time, you don't do that to me. I don't like that. I also have like a little thingy going on here. This is very lax show today. We're very, what's the word we're looking for? We're casual. This is casual Saturday, right? I'm supposed to do casual Fridays. We do casual Saturdays here at the show because we want to be different than everybody else. So there. Who cares about your feelings? Well, that's not true. I care about your feelings and all that. I feel like the camera's off tilt a little bit. I have a lot to say today because I'm just, all over the place and whatever. So, how are you? Are your problems good? Is your marriage okay? Are you boyfriend, girlfriend, all that? It's all good? Okay. Hey, I don't judge, whatever. I don't have a girlfriend. I still have 7 cats and a dog. So that's part. In fact, my guest today is a part of the reason I have so many cats. I don't want to point fingers. It's your fault. She was waving. She's not even on camera yet. We'll get her on here in a second. Just to let you know, if you want to be a part of the show, you want to come and give a conversation, you can do that. Just reach out to me at Hey Sexy Ogre on the Twitter or wedgestevens@gmail.com. Or you can call me at 319-555-5555. You thought I'd give you my phone number. I wasn't going to do that. Actually, I do put my business card up, so you could call me if you really wanted to. I mean, all right. Yeah. All right. I tell you what, if you want to call me, you can call me. I'll have you on the show if that's what you want to, if you want to try and sell me car insurance or whatever, 319-241-5319. That is the Sexy Ogre Productions business line. You can call that at any time, leave a voicemail or talk to some random stranger or adopt a kitty. Any of that's fine. Yeah, whatever. So there you go. If you ever want to be on the show, just give a shout out, and that we will gladly have people on the show. I have a big one we're trying to get done. Monday morning and make the biggest phone call of my professional life. Whoop, whoop. And it's to you. Oh, that's so sweet. All right. Well, we've been clowning around for 3.5 minutes now, and no one's laughed or said anything. So I guess on with the show is what they say. My guest today is someone that I've known a very short period of time, very brief period of time, right? Very brief?
Yeah.
We've only known each other a wee bit of time, yeah?
Just today.
Just today? Just met today. Can you believe that? She's a total stranger. Yeah, it's she, right? She, yeah? Yeah, all right, yeah. She says she. All right, great. So, only known her a wee bit of time, and I think she's tremendously talented and amazing. I don't really know what we're going to talk about. We totally just planned this today because we just met today. The camera makes me look really like, I don't look as old as the mirror makes me look, like the camera. I do look a little fatter in the camera than the mirror makes me look, but my face right now, I look amazing. I'm like, I almost could pass for what? How old do you think I could pass for right now? Maybe 30? Yeah, I think I look I'm about 30, 32, and I'm really like 44. Yeah, I look good for. I'm a hot grandpa. That's what I always say. I'm a hot grandpa. I'm sexy. Sexy for the grandpa. Yep. All right. Anyway, please, do you want me to use your real name or you want me to use your Facebook name?
Facebook.
Your Facebook name? All right. I have to remember what it is. Please welcome my guest, Lula Ethan. Right? No, what is your Facebook name?
V Waters.
What?
V Waters. I had to change it.
Why? All right. We'll talk about that in a second. Please welcome my guest today, V Waters. Yeah. Wait.
Wait.
Yeah, we give a round of applause. We gotta wait a second for flashing to stop. And there. All right. Now you've gotten your applause. And you've gotten everything else. Oh, I better make sure I change the camera around. And we're still recording. Yeah. All right.
I bumped the microphone trying to wave.
Did you what? You bumped your microphone?
Yeah.
V Waters. Mm-hmm. Is that because you got married?
No.
No. Why did you have to change your name?
So it's I had been using Lula Ethan for a couple years, as you know.
Almost like 10.
Mm-hmm. And it was during sophomore year of high school. Yeah, sophomore year, because it was during the Wizard of Oz. I was coming out of play practice, and I got into the car, and my mom's picking me up. She turns to me and is like, "Your uncles think you're trans." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, because you're using your cousin Ethan's name as the last name in your Facebook name. They think you're like transgender." I'm like, "No, that's not it."
That's why you had to change your name? Well,
Yeah.
that's a silly reason to have to change your name.
Because they got mad at me for using Ethan as a last name.
Why?
I don't know, because my cousin's name's
What
Ethan.
if you married someone named Leslie Ethan and you changed your name? Is that going to be a problem then?
I don't know.
Man, I have a problem with this. This is how dare they get mad at you for using? Who cares what name you're using? I mean, honestly though, because you were how old at that point in time? 14?
No, I would have been 15.
15 years old.
16.
So being 15 and a young girl on Facebook using a fake name for your own protection, I don't have a problem with that. I don't know why anyone would have a problem with that. Like, that just is, I mean, I was friends with you. I knew who you were. I forgot that you changed it to V Waters because you got married to Leslie Waters.
Yeah.
Nice. So how have you been?
Good. How have you been?
I've been okay.
Yeah.
Have you had a good day?
Yeah.
You have been hanging out with a stranger, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, all day today?
All day.
What'd you do last night?
I watched a couple movies with a different stranger.
With a different stranger.
who
All right.
also had 7 cats and 1
Oh,
dog.
that stranger had 7 cats and a dog
Yes.
too? What are the chances?
Insane.
What? That's so weird.
It's crazy.
That is nuts. I don't know anybody who has 7 cats and a dog besides myself and 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 myself. I don't know if I can do that 100 times, but there you go. All right. So you went to school. Mm-hmm. Where did you go to school at?
Like, what do you
What high school did you go to school?
East Buchanan?
East Buchanan. No. Do you know that's where Michelle Monaghan went?
I do.
You knew that? Do you know that's where Robert Gallery went? Is there any other famous people from East Buchanan?
Not that I know.
Okay,
of.
those two. Well, now you're going to be famous. V. Waters went to East Buchanan as well. Wow, that's shocking. Michelle Monaghan, she seems very nice. I've never met her. I don't know if she's nice or not.
We used to have movie posters with Michelle Monaghan hanging up in the library.
Okay. Used to have pictures.
Yeah.
So now they're gone?
They got taken down because we had to like make room for like more shelves, I think.
No, she's a national treasure. I'm starting a petition to get her posters back into the library right this second. That's how dreadfully upsetting that is. On behalf of all the people of East Buchanan High School, Michelle, we apologize to you because you are a treasure and we would never do anything to hurt you and therefore make you bring wrath upon us and potentially kill everybody. We don't want that.
you think-
You're a stunningly wonderful person. We want to envision you as wonderful goodness. We don't want any hatred.
Do you think Michelle Monaghan watches your podcast?
I highly doubt it. In fact, I think I don't even know if I don't think even my cats would watch it. They'd be like, whatever. I know your brother watched about 20 minutes of the first one, and then he was like, Dad, you're not that funny.
Which brother?
Jacob.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if Matthew's watched any of them or not. No. Kaylee watched hers. And then her mom watched about half of it and said she got bored, but she hates me anyway, so it's fine. Oh, I didn't set the timer. Well, we're totally winging this.
Whoa.
Very casual mile in your shoes day.
It's casual Saturday, everyone.
Yeah.
Today's Saturday, which means we go casual.
It's the weekend, man. We don't have to dress up for the weekend. And he's either got shark paddleboard over it. It's very terrifying. Are you afraid of the sharks?
No.
You're not afraid of sharks?
No.
What's wrong with you? Sharks are scary.
They don't kill that many people, actually.
They take your fingers off. There's a lot of movies about scary sharks. You
They're-
like the scary movies. Why do you like scary movies so much?
I don't know. They just interest me.
Do they?
Yeah.
Demonic spirits possessing your body, making you do naughty things. That interests you?
Sometimes, like, it's good to watch a good one because it gets like a reaction out of you, and I think that's what movies should be able to do, is to get,
What kind of reaction are you after?
I don't know.
Huh. Well, I mean, but comedies can do the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's what qualifies like a entertaining movie, is that it can get a reaction out of you. I was gonna say a good movie, but bad movies can also get reactions.
Oh,
out
yeah.
of
Yeah. What's the best bad movie you've seen?
you. There was this movie called Thanksgiving, and it's about a killer turkey. I think it's 4 college students made it for like $1,000.
I want to see it now. That sounds delightful. My friend Marshall maybe watched this one called Rubber. You ever heard of this?
It's about the killer
Or
tire.
the killer tire. I was like, why? That's 2 hours of my life I'm never going to get back, man. Why did we watch that? You know? Do you prefer the scary or the cheesy scary?
It depends on the mood, I guess.
Okay.
I usually go scary though.
As scary as you can get it?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
guess.
What's the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Ever?
Yeah.
I don't know. A scary movie I watched. I guess it wasn't really scary. It was more disturbing. But a recent one I watched was called Would You Rather. It's about these people who get invited to like this millionaire's mansion, and he locks them in like the dining hall, and they play this life or death game of Would You Rather. So it's like, would you rather electrocute the person in front of you or electrocute yourself? Would you rather stab someone in the leg or whip someone across the back?
Wow, that sounds terrifying.
It is.
Oh, that's no good at all.
It's fascinating.
Was it fascinating?
Yeah.
Let's see. The scariest movie I remember watching. Well, there was this really bad movie, but the last like 4 minutes are ingrained in my mind forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Angel Heart. You ever see that?
You've talked about it.
Yeah, that one it has Mickey Rourke and Robert De Niro. And that's the movie that got Lisa Bonet kicked off the Cosby Show. That's why they had to start a different world, because contractually they couldn't kick her off the show, but they didn't want her on the irony of all of that now. After Bill Cosby comes out as being whatever he was, but yeah, that was really a fascinating movie, but it scared me like for years. I saw it when I was 8 or 9, and I can still remember the end of it. I was like, no, thank you. Gremlins scared me for 2 years. I slept with your grandma, your great grandma, for 2 years. If you haven't figured it out by now, this is my daughter.
Hi.
Yeah. I don't know her at all, though.
No.
No.
But today.
No. And your cat.
You're my cat.
And your cat.
My cat.
Yeah. And then I had a weird incident with Annabelle. You know about her, the real story? She haunted me in my dreams one night.
Oh.
That was terrifying. I even woke up with a scratch in my arm.
Yikes.
Yeah. I would like to say it was the cat that did it, but It wasn't like a cat scratch.
Do you think you might have done it like tossing and turning?
I don't know how I would have done it.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't have fingernails or nothing like that, so I don't really know what the qualifier would have been. But there was, I mean, I'm just prone to weird stuff like that anyway. So I have this little scar right here. And when my friend Cassandra, who's been on here, and I went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, a voodoo spirit touched me right across that scar, and it turned really, really red, and it just started spreading in every direction. The shop owner said, "Don't buy anything. You need to leave. Like
Did it leave?
someone obviously doesn't like you, so don't buy anything because they'll attach themselves to whatever it is you buy,
Oh,
and you need to go before something else happens." Okay.
so you were haunted.
Yeah, I was targeted by something.
Wow.
I don't know why. Probably my dashing good looks. That's what I would go with. So you went to East Buchanan.
Mm-hmm. That I did.
What is the population of East Buchanan? What is typically there?
That's a great question.
Do you have a lot of diversity in East Buchanan High School?
Mm,
Who was the girl that played the donkey in Shrek?
Emma.
Emma.
I don't like want to give up personal information.
All right, that's fine. She was amazing
Mm-hmm.
as the donkey. And Emma, whatever you're doing in life, I hope it's fantastic. You should pursue acting. I think you're fantastic. Broadway is calling you, Emma. She was delightful. So you fancy yourself a thespian?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah?
It's in a couple plays, yeah.
You've been in a couple plays. You were the best bearded man I've ever seen in my life. Your performance was award worthy. What do you mean? No. It was delightful. You were the guard. You pulled multi-duty there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean poop.
Well, it's because we only had like 20 actual actors, so multiple of us had to play multiple parts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what part I got to play. What part did I play in that?
Shrek.
Oh, I was Shrek. All right. Well, hopefully it was good. Hopefully it was good.
You don't remember?
I don't remember. I was probably drunk. Not that I drink a lot anymore. I do drink the Frost Top Cherry Soda, which I'm drinking on the show. This is like our first, like, they're not paying me to drink it. I was just thirsty, and I was like, what do we have here to
We're
drink?
sponsored.
Yeah, they're not a sponsor yet. They will be.
But if you want to reach out, you know.
Yeah, well, we do have one sponsor, Play Monster.
Whoa.
They were so kind to send us the game Utter Nonsense, which we play on the show every time because of them. Thank you again, Play Monster. You're very kind. I really appreciate you. So, yeah, we'll be playing Utter Nonsense a little bit later on
Okay.
because that's a fun one.
Sweet.
Yeah. So you went to East Buchanan, which is where is that located in Iowa?
It's in a small town called Winthrop, and I don't think the population is quite 1,000.
Yeah, and it's probably all white people.
Mostly.
Mostly white people, yeah. Mostly straight white people.
Mm.
Yeah. And you don't classify yourself quite as that?
No.
Nope.
Not quite.
So let's talk a little bit about that because I think it's a fascinating scenario, story, and all of that because not everyone can relate to being not straight in a small community. What was your takeaway? Like, do you feel like you were treated unfairly? Were you treated well? Let's talk about some of these social dynamics.
I think for the most part, the student body was like more like lenient than like some of the staff were.
Really?
Yeah, like obviously there were a couple people, like a couple students who would make like, you know, like jokes discriminating against them, but like they usually got told off pretty quickly. Like,
Okay.
the principal of our school, at the time I was dating a trans dude who hadn't come out yet. And so we would, you know, hug and kiss in the hallway. And there were a couple times he yelled at us for it. And, like, he always was like, oh, it's just about physical affection and whatnot. And, like, everyone gets yelled at for it. But, like, we would walk through, like, the hallway and stuff. And we'd always see, like, these straight, you know, typical cis man, typical cis woman. They would always like be like hugging and kissing and whatnot, and the principal would never yell at them. So it was always
So
like
you felt kind of targeted.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it caught me off guard the first time I saw it, but it was like, well, okay, so let's be real. Up until that point in time, you had never demonstrated any interest in dating anyone, you know, and then all of a sudden, like without warning, you kiss someone right in front of me, and I was like, what just happened? Can somebody clue me in? I don't know what just happened. I mean, it was fine. I don't care one way or the other. It was just the shock of you just kissed somebody in front of me. Not just, and I didn't care who it was just anybody. You could have kissed a Smurf for all I cared. I've been like, what? When did this side of you come out? When did you, like, I don't know where to go from here. I don't know much about this whole aspect of your life. When did you know that you were identifying in this direction that you were identifying in?
I was pretty young when I think I started realizing that I was into, like, not just men. It was like definitely like, oh, okay, there's something going on here. I think the first person I came out to were my best friends at the time. I was about 11, I think.
Oh, wow.
Then I came out to mom about a year or so later.
Why were you so scared to tell me?
I wasn't scared. I've come out to you multiple times.
Did you now?
I did.
The one time I remember it was many, many, many years later, and we were playing a game, and something happened, and you put your little figure in your car, and you said, "Is that a problem?" And I said, "No, I don't care what you do. That's fine. It's the game of life."
Mm-hmm. I think I did the same thing for Kaylee. I think that's how
For Kaylee?
Yeah. We were playing Game of Life, and she's like, oh, you can pick your husband. And like, can I pick a wife instead? And she's like, okay.
Yeah, okay. Kaylee she's an interesting little muffin.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I worry about that girl.
Hmm.
She's in college, and sometimes she doesn't act like it. Her math skills are a little scary.
So are mine.
2 + 2 = dinosaur. What? No.
Equals fish.
Fish. We couldn't say chicken because Brian Regan could have yelled at us. I love Brian Regan. I met him. He's a very nice man, Brian Regan. So you feel like the student body was more accepting of you than the staff was?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like, most of the staff were pretty, like, openly okay with it and whatnot. Actually, like, there were a couple teachers, my English teachers and my history teacher, were very, like, open about, like, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter, you know? Do whatever you want. And there were a couple that were, you know, like, more like, I didn't really know what they felt about it because they never really talked about it.
All right.
It was mostly, like, the principal superintendent, I think.
Okay.
Or at least it felt like it. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying.
Like, you're just saying from your experiences.
From my experience.
This is the vibe that you got was that this was a little targeted and you felt like you're being treated unfairly. Mm-hmm. Did you ever say anything about it?
Not to the school, no, but to, like, people. I was like, hey.
Why didn't you go to the school about it?
Because the only people I really could have gone to were the people doing it, you know?
Makes things a little challenging when you feel like you're caught in a catch-22 that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry that happened to you. People sometimes suck. I know because I went through a similar thing. Not the same exact thing you did, but being autistic and people not understanding it back then, no one knew what autism was. And then, of course, living with all the other mental disabilities. Not disability is the wrong word. I don't want to say that. Mental mountains. Yeah, mental mountain. All the mental and emotional mountains I have to climb.
You can say conditions.
No, that's what you put in your hair. Make it soft.
Conditioner?
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to put conditioner onto your emotions. That would be, you'd be just a big ball of jelly.
Make it smooth.
Your emotions would be smooth. Yeah. See, there you go. Smooth emotions. I like smooth emotions. Those are great. Smooth music too.
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz. We're here to partake in some smooth jazz. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you were an actress in school.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you do in school?
I participated in speech.
What? No, you didn't. You participated in speech.
Mm-hmm. All 4 years.
All 4 years. And what happened in your second year of speech? I feel like is a prevalent story.
In my second year of speech, I went to All State,
All-State!
which is the highest level.
Woo, woo. If I could hit the applause button from here, I would. But yeah, good job. Yeah, All-State. How did that make you feel? Like, what was that experience like for you?
Well, I think my experience is a little different than everyone else's because the night before I was supposed to go to All State, it was a Friday night, and I was in my room. I was on my laptop and whatnot, and I think, oh, I should practice it one more time just before I go to bed. And I go to do it, and nothing comes out, and I'm like, what? What's going on? And then I try again, and all you can hear is, "Ah," and I'm like,
You lost your voice?
yeah, I'm like, oh snap.
You lost your voice the night before.
Yeah, and I went to mom. I'm like, I lost my voice, and I remember her laughing. She's like, okay, I'll get you something, So she made me drink this tea, and then I went to bed. And then I woke up the next morning, and my voice was fine. Like I sounded, glorious and whatnot.
Glorious?
Yeah, glorious.
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 Somebody's full of themselves. Sounding glorious. All right.
Compared to the night before, sounded pretty glorious.
That's right. I think you sound glorious. Do you remember your story?
I can't recite it, but I did Pinkalicious.
Pinkalicious. You really had fun with the different characters.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you excited about that?
I don't know. I think it's just always sort of interested me and whatnot. I knew from a young age I was looking at voice actors and whatnot. I was obsessed with learning. When I was a kid, I refused to watch television for a couple months because I thought every time I did, the actors would have to do it live. So they would just have to do it live every time someone watched television.
As opposed to recording their voice and all of that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And so I didn't want to give them a hard time, so I stopped watching TV.
I wonder where you got this love of voice acting from. I don't know where that would have came from.
No idea.
No idea.
No.
No idea.
No idea.
No.
No.
And you also blamed me for your morbid sense of humor. Don't know if I agree with that. Or do I?
Or do you?
Or do I?
Do you?
Oh, you totally have my sense of humor. It's a good thing that I dated someone who's prettier than me because you got her looks and my personality for the most part. Except for you're very shy sometimes.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You didn't even do your big entrance.
I
You're
don't
like,
want to do a big entrance.
Why not?
I don't know.
That's your moment to shine.
Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, yeah, you're way to whatever you want to do then.
Eh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you went and you did All-State speech.
Mm-hmm.
Were you terrified in that moment?
Not really, because it's I've gotten this far, and it's there's nowhere else to go. You've already reached the top and whatnot. It's not like you can do so bad that they disqualify you because you're already there.
That's not true. What if you did it naked? They might take it away from you.
Well, don't do that.
All right, then don't do that.
Well, I mean,
I wish someone had told me that before I did my All-State speech.
Well, I mean, you can't. There's no way they can disqualify you from moving on because you're already at the top.
Oh, your grandma is calling us.
Oh.
Should we talk to her on the phone? Yeah, let's do that. Hang on a second. You're on speakerphone.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So who's on there?
Well, you're talking to the world right now as we're recording an episode of the show.
Oh, cool. Great. Okay. Well, I don't want to talk to the world, so.
Oh, well, what's going on?
I was just wondering about what you guys were thinking about for dinner.
Well, I'll give you a call back when we're done with this, and I'll let you know.
Okay, dokie.
All right.
Okay.
Talk with you later.
Sounds great.
Bye.
Bye. That was my mom, everybody. Give her a round of applause for Grandma Wanda. And now I've got a message. I'm very professional today. All right, so what was the hardest part of your speech journey?
I think it was usually like the before anxiety and the anxiety of like waiting for the results to see like if you would move on. I think that for most competitions, that's usually what it is. It isn't like the act of doing it. It is like seeing how you did.
Yeah. I was one of the rare ones because, and I don't mean to sound egotistical when I say this, but first of all, we would go to our speech events, and you know how there's all those different schools there. I'd go talk to people from other schools. I didn't want to hang out with the people because the people I went to school with hated me. So I was like, I don't want to talk to you guys. You guys suck. You guys think I suck. I don't really like you that much. I'll go find someone else who appreciates who I am. And then I would be kind of like disappointed I had to go do my thing because I was having so much fun talking to other people. And then so I would just like not even think about the fact I'm supposed to be nervous about this and just go do it. And then I'd go back to whatever I was doing, and then I'd end up with like ones. And I was like, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go talk to those people again now, please? And thank you. What made you decide to go on? So what was your category of speech that you did?
I guess it depends on like the time of year and what year, because I did different stuff depending on.
All right,
year.
what did you do?
All 4 years I did this group reading thing where we'd it was basically like acting, except you had your script in case you had to like read it and whatnot. And also you didn't get props, you got 3 boxes to use however you saw fit. And I think it was my second year again. We got to state. I don't think we didn't get to all state, but I think we got to state if I remember right. And then my first 2 years for group, I did improv. And I got better, as time went on. To the point that like senior year, I helped with improv where I could. Like if I was in the room and they were doing it, I'd give notes. My coach was fine with it.
Okay.
I did storytelling all 4 years, individual storytelling all 4 years.
And that's the one you went to state?
Yeah.
Or you're all state for?
Freshman year, I did improv individually. I'm not sure if I did it the next year or not, but I know junior and senior year, I think it was just the one.
Why did you reduce your schedule down to just one event?
It's because I didn't really feel like doing two at that point.
Okay. I know the one year you didn't even care if you went to All-State because you were going to New Orleans.
Huh?
You had the trip to New Orleans, and it was going to be the same weekend as All-State. And so, like, you went to whatever it was, whatever event I went to with you, and then you're like, I don't even care what happens here. I'm going to be gone anyway. I was like, well, all right then.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? I remember that very vividly. Because I was like, why are we here then? Like,
I might have probably said something about like how I couldn't do like move on or whatever.
Right.
But I did care what happened.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Don't get so fiery with your purple shirt. I like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
It's very nice. All right. So we've covered some of your school.
Mm-hmm.
Covered speech.
Yeah.
How is it being the daughter of someone who was very promiscuous and you have a bunch of brothers and sisters you don't live with?
Always find out about new ones.
You don't always find out about a new one.
Found out about a new one this week.
Well, There's reasoning behind everything. I never said I was a good person. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. And I did a lot of things in my life I wish that I would have done differently. But what is done, and you move forward.
Okay.
I was just curious, what does it feel like to be that person, though, on the other side of it?
I don't know.
You know? Doesn't affect anything?
Not a whole lot. It's just, oh, cool. You know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You need any questions you want to ask me?
I don't know. What questions do you want to be asked?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to stimulate conversation. Sometimes you feel these things called lags, and you have to try and find a way to freshen it back up and bring it back to the level of happiness and joy. I was very like flamboyant there with my little arm movement. Gratitude.
What'd you think of the movies we saw last night?
Well, I mean, I've seen the 2 before. I've seen all the Friday the 13th. The Hunt was different. I didn't think that it was going to be that way. It was almost comedic in a lot of ways.
I think that was kind of part of the point.
I mean, anything with Betty Gilpin I'll watch because I think she is fantastic. I really liked her in Glow. Glow, if you haven't seen Glow, that show is fantastic all the way from the beginning. Mark Maron is perfect in his role, and Alison Brie was really good, and Betty Gilpin is amazing, and everyone that's in that show. That was just one of the best shows. If you haven't seen it yet, you're missing out. Watch Glow. Glow is great.
Sponsored by Glow.
Sponsored by Glow. I wish. It'd be awesome if Betty Gilpin's like, yeah, I sponsored you. In fact, I'll come talk to you. Be like, all right. Who are some of the people you wish I'd talk to? Let's do that. What's your list of celebrities you'd like to see on A Mile in Your Shoes?
I don't know.
I have a list of people I want to see on my show.
Who do you want to see?
I want Wes Studi, who no one knows who his name is, but they recognize his face immediately. He's probably the most famous Native American actor ever. He's been in over 100 movies. He's worked with the best. I want him on, I fervently want him on the show. I wanted Betty White, but then, Betty left without telling me she was going to, and gosh darn you, I'm still not over it. I'm still mad at you, Betty. I want to interview The Rock. I really want to do Bob Uecker. Bob Uecker is one that I'm really, trying to get. Morgan Freeman. He has one of the best scenes when it comes to diversity in cinematic history ever, and it's in a movie no one ever thinks about, so it's great. I want to talk to him about that.
What movie?
No, can't tell. That's what we call a hook. That's what we call a hook. Now you're all like, what movie is it? Well, when Morgan Freeman comes on the show, the world will find out. I'll tell you in the car later.
Okay.
Or will I? Maybe you're the driving force to get Morgan Freeman on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There you go.
Sure.
I'd take it. And I'd run with it. Craig Ferguson. I want to interview Craig Ferguson. His story is fantastic. You know that he talked about this on the late night show one night that, I don't know if they read the book I'm writing, they're going to find out who the person is I'm talking about. But he talked about how he was so distraught in his life that he was going to kill himself because of all the drinking and all that, and he was very just whatever. And he went downstairs to go jump off the bridge, and one of his friends bought him a drink, and he ended up getting drunk and forgot to jump off the bridge.
Huh.
I was like, wow, what a turnaround. He has a fantastic turnaround story. That's great. So glad that Craig Ferguson's around. So I would like to talk to him and interview him. Jesse Ventura, I'd like to interview him. Notice I'm not saying a lot of women because I don't want people thinking I'm out to date a bunch of women. I do have a list of women. I really want to talk to Nora Greenwald. She was the professional wrestler known as Molly Holly. She has been called by a few different people one of the most genuine, sincere, and saintly of professional wrestlers. So I want to talk to her. Maria Thayer, but that's just because she's my dream girl. I have the biggest crush on her.
What if she watches this?
If Maria Thayer watches this, I might pass out. My heart might just break out of my chest and fly away. I'm not her type, I don't think. I'm too chubby. Not to say that she's shallow. It tends to be that people who are in shape like people who are in shape. People who are out of shape like people who are out of shape. And I'm very Pillsbury Doughboy for now. It's going to be changing. I'm going to start working on it. I've made a decision to get myself better. Yeah. Have you thought of anyone now that I've listed off a bunch of my people?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
All right. Is there something you want to talk about?
I don't. I don't know.
You know, what's your favorite food?
Shrimp, definitely shrimp.
Because you want to die? You have a shrimp allergy.
That is the joke.
That is the joke.
I am allergic to
You are
shellfish.
allergic to shrimps.
Shellfish.
All shellfish.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why shrimps are so bad when it comes to dating?
Why?
Because they're shellfish. That actually did tickle me a little bit. They're so focused on themselves, you shrimp. There you go. All right, then.
Little knee slapper. Do you think I could? I know you've heard it before, but do you think I could tell my favorite joke on here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So my favorite joke, you've heard it multiple times. I've told you multiple times. But Sherlock Holmes and Watson, they're going camping one night. And during the middle of the night, Sherlock Holmes shakes Watson awake and is like, Watson, do you see the sky above us with the stars and, what do you think that means? And Watson, he looks up at the sky and he contemplates it for a little bit. And then he's like, well, I think that this means that there is more to life than just this simple planet can give us, and that we don't quite understand what it's like to live yet, but maybe through perseverance and technology and the determination, maybe we can find out more about ourselves and how to live life one day. And then Sherlock, he rolls his eyes and he scoffs and he's like, no, you idiot, it means our ten's been stolen.
I'm not allowed to say my favorite joke anymore, I don't think.
Why not?
It's slightly inappropriate.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, one day I'll tell it on the show. When I get the clearance from the higher-ups, I'm not going to get fired.
The higher ups.
Yeah, the higher-ups. I don't want to get fired. I don't want to fire myself.
Fire yourself.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. Walk in and go, Mr. Stevens, could I see you for a second? And
Mr. Stevens.
when they say Mr. Stevens, it's never good.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. All right, but now you got to say it like the guy from The Matrix. Hello, Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr.
I've been
Anderson.
expecting you.
I've been expecting you.
That was almost like a cross between, what his name is, and Sean Connery.
Mr. Anderson.
Could you imagine Sean Connery being the bad guy? Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
You now have to come fight all my chest hair. That was almost... No, that was a cross between Sean Connery and Liam Neeson. Do you know who Liam Neeson is?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Quickly, there is no time. Make me an egg sandwich.
Egg sandwich.
Yeah. A solution will present itself, Obi-Wan. Do not fear. I'm actually very good at this voice. I would like to talk to Liam Neeson on the show, please. He would be a fantastic talk to. He was one of the people that was in Star Wars. I remember the first time I saw Liam Neeson in the movie, it was called Rob Roy, where he played Robert Roy McGregor. Yeah, now I can't stop.
No, you can't stop.
Yeah, I can stop. What other accents do you do?
I'm really good at this one.
This one.
This one.
This one.
I have a really good
Oh.
country accent.
All right, let's hear a country one.
I can talk like I'm from
Oh
the
my
South.
gosh, you can talk like you from Sarasota, Florida.
From the South.
Deep South, Billy Bob,
I
Billy Bob.
live in the South.
I left my home in Norfolk, Virginia. That's actually I almost broke the law.
Uh-oh.
Almost.
Copyright?
A little copyright there. Elvis was going to come back from the grave and beat me up. I don't even know who owns Elvis's catalog anymore. It's not me.
Nope.
Nope. It's true.
Tis true.
It's true. Just like Paul McCartney, he all of his music is owned by all the Beatles' music is owned by Michael Jackson.
Huh.
Paul McCartney said he knew exactly what the Beatles catalog was worth, and Michael Jackson overpaid, and he wasn't going to spend that kind of money. So now when Paul McCartney plays concerts, he can't play any of the Beatles stuff. It has to be all of his stuff and Wings because he doesn't actually own the rights to it. So there you go.
Wait, Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
But if he's
I don't know who owns it now,
If
but
he's dead.
the people who had Michael Jackson estate own the copyrights to it. But back in the day when Michael Jackson was alive, him and Paul McCartney were in a battle to get
a battle.
the rights.
A battle.
So there you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool music history.
Yeah, I don't know if it's cool or not. I want to start a band called Mashed Taters.
Oh, what genre would it be?
I don't know, but we could have gone on tour with meatloaf and corn and bread, and then at the end of the thing would have been cake.
Cake.
We could have called it dinner theater.
Dinner theater.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to serve food at this dinner
No.
theater?
No. You'll get bread and corn and meatloaf and mashed taters and cake. Oh, we could have invited the Red Hot Chili Peppers too. Yeah, we could have a little flamin' dinner theater is what we call that.
Flaming dinner theater.
Flamin' dinner theater. See, I'm very smart. If only I would have thought of this when Meatloaf was alive. All right, then.
Resurrect him.
What's that?
Resurrect him.
Necromance him out of the... Sometimes I worry that necromancy may not be the solution to everything.
Nah.
Should we play a game
Sure.
and wrap this thing up? Have you played Utter Nonsense before?
I think I've played it with you.
You have?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fun. Shuffle these cards here.
I'm terrible at shuffling.
Well, then just cut them in half or something.
Terrible at shuffling.
That's all right. It's been so long since I played it. Probably don't even need to shuffle it. I just gives you something to do while I do this. That was a terrible shuffle. No wonder I got fired from being a card dealer at Vegas. You ever been fired from a job?
I haven't had a job.
You haven't had a job? All right. My first job was working door-to-door sales for the Austin American Statesman in Austin, Texas.
How old were you?
14.
Oh.
Yep. All right. So you get to... Here, we'll do this. We'll cut the... You get to pick a voice, and that's the voice we have to use.
It's the voice we have to use?
Well, yeah, that's what the cards are going to tell us what voice we have to use.
Okay.
All right, what's our voice? Donald Duck!
I don't think I can do Donald Duck.
Oh, everyone can do Donald Duck. It just may not be... You have to grab a card. Now you have to talk like Donald Duck. You ready? Now, I'll go first to give you my Donald Duck.
It's about as unintelligible as regular
You're
Donald
welcome. I do what I can.
Duck. Mine's so short.
All right.
It's like one word. I don't think I can do it.
You can. You're fine. Good job. All right, now you have to be crying as you say yours. And you have to go first.
I can do that.
You have to cry as you say yours. No, you don't read the card. You read the card as you're crying. Like this. I'm pretty sure Grandma turned her CPAP into a vaporizer.
No, I had to read what this word was.
Oh, what's the word?
Hydroponic.
Hydroponic. Oh, that's all right.
I'm a hydroponic farmer focused on growing leafy greens. Wink.
Good job.
Wink.
Pick a card.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Get to the
Did you know that he was
chopper.
friends with Andre the Giant?
I think you told me that.
Yeah. There was one time Arnold was talking about how he was out to dinner with Wilt Chamberlain and Andre the Giant. And it was kind of weird because they were polar opposites. Like Wilt Chamberlain was really frugal with his money and Andre the Giant couldn't care less and he'd buy dinner for everybody. And Arnold wanted to pay Andre back. Why?
I'm not saying that.
I'll say it. Oh, that's great. That's funny. Anyway, so Andre would always pay for dinner, and Arnold got tired of it, and he wanted to return, Andre's kindness, and so he bought dinner. And Andre got so mad, he picked him up in the restaurant and shook him. I was like, who would pick up Arnold Schwarzenegger?
There's something I was seeing on one of my shows, and it gave the fact that I don't remember both names, but I do remember it was The Rock and some other wrestler he was working with. And the game show is basically they list these like facts, except something is wrong with part of it, so
Okay.
they have to find it. And it said that The Rock and this person were friends, but the correction was that they actually hated each other.
Mm.
I don't remember the other name though. It was someone he worked with while wrestling.
Now you have my curiosity. I really like The Rock. Hang on, now we have to see who did The Rock not like. Who did The Rock not like while wrestling? Well,
If I rewatch the episode, I
was
can
it
tell.
Kevin Nash?
Maybe, I don't remember.
Well, it says here that they had a beef.
If I rewatch the episode, I'll tell you. I'll message
John
you.
Cena, it also says maybe there was some little...
It wasn't John Cena. I would have remembered that name.
Vin Diesel, who would ever saw that coming?
Whoa.
Yeah, Dwayne the Rock Johnson says John Cena's feud was real. He didn't like him. But maybe they've gotten over it. I don't know. Now, can you believe everything you read on the internet? I don't know. All right, so we're Arnold Schwarzenegger. Can you do Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
That's all right. Do your best. I went first twice in a row. You have to go.
I don't know how to do Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Get to the...
Mom, for the last time, put your tits away. That was like African Sean Connery.
Get to the chopper. That's the only thing I know.
Get to the chopper. It's
Get
not
to the
a tumor.
chopper. Bone broth is just... No, this is just British.
Well, that's all right. Do it.
Bone broth is just a fancy word for hot tub water.
All right. Well, now you get to do a robot.
Okay.
And you get to go first, whatever's on your card.
I'm not reading that.
What is wrong?
That's why I read these. I don't want to read them.
Oh, that's fine. Read mine.
No.
Mine's clean. You're fine.
I thought I needed friends until I met Grubhub.
There you go. I'd like to be about... Let's try that again. I'd just like to be able to sneeze without having to change my panties afterward. See, that wasn't so bad. Pick one.
No.
Pick a different one. Do you know how to do that?
I guess.
Oh my goodness. You wanted to be a voice actor? All right, you ready?
I don't get this one.
Here, I'll trade you. What does this one say? Oh, I know what that means. It means you take a poop in the top of the toilet.
Oh.
Pick a different card. You're fine. Did we grab the wrong one? Is this the more of the adult one? It's fine. You didn't like that card either? Here, try one of those.
Okay.
All right. Hey, man, like, I don't want to be, like, famous. Just, like, Dancing with the Stars famous.
Serial killers. At least they're consistent.
At least they're consistent. How about drunk? You ever been drunk? You ever drink the alcohol? I'm not gonna get mad at you. I don't care. I was drunk when I was like 12 the first time. No, that's inaccurate. The first time I got drunk, I was 10.
I had to take care of Mom one night when she got drunk at 12.
Yeah,
Swore me off for like ever.
there you go. Good job. I think the audible start is where the interview went south.
I don't think I can do it.
Why?
I don't know.
Just try it. If you're gonna be a voice actor, you got to be able to have range.
I know.
Okay. Just slur your words.
Slur your words. The fact that dogs can eat organic proves we've progressed as a society.
Perfect. Good job. Can you be an auctioneer?
Hey, up for 20 minutes?
Yep.
Up for 20,000.
Let's see what your auctioning skills are like. Oh my goodness! Now I have to read this one.
No, you do not.
No, I have to. I see what you're putting down. That's kind of funny.
Now's your chance to be a
This,
big
you know what
shot.
this means? It means that you're a better person than I am because I'm not offended by these, but you are. All right, auctioneer.
Your chance to be a big shot. I'm studying to be a YouTube star.
Hey, right there we go. You just puked into your cleavage and your hoo-ha has been out on display for the last 15 minutes. It's time to go home. Yeah. That's fun. Can you be a baby?
Yeah, that's the one voice I can't do. This one's not funny.
Well, this one's all right. Let me see that one.
It's not funny. It's not that it's not.
Well, it is a little funny. You can't date someone who doesn't respect Ryan Seacrest.
Pick another one.
Yes. Here, do that one.
Pokemon, go away already.
See, that was good. I like that. He's not really an asshole. He's doing Whole 30. All right, now which one are we doing?
No,
Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm really excited to hear Keanu Reeves as Batman.
I'm Batman.
You going first or I'm going first?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Batman. I'm just gaining baby fat to support my pregnant friends.
I need your clothes, your boots, your fidget spinner.
All right.
I don't know how to do Batman.
Well, you won't know how to do Jack Nicholson either then.
No.
All right, we'll do another one. How about a dog? Can you be a dog?
Woof. Go first.
Getting published on Medium doesn't make you an Arthur.
You kind of sound like this character from this D&D podcast I listened to.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Hipsters only listen to you if you're on vinyl.
There you go. How about a southern drawl?
Pardon?
Pardon me.
Pardon me.
Dagnabbit and all that.
Pardon me.
Seems like there's a lot of dictators lately on social media.
Jesus Christ. Is he still our president?
Oh, there you go.
In this 7-hour YouTube documentary,
We're going to explore how Jesus Christ became president of the United States.
we'll be starting with the foundation of the United States.
Foundation. I believe that's called genocide.
So back
Nobody wants to talk about that side of things.
when Christopher Columbus was around.
1492, things were good. 1493, uh-oh.
Christopher Columbus discovered what land was.
You know what really cracks me up is when people are like, well, that's not what Thanksgiving means anymore. Oh, yeah? To who exactly? Would you want to go over to that reservation and say that? Please and thank you? Like, I'm sure they may have a different opinion than what you have. Can you whisper?
ASMR channel time.
Uncle Jerry loves his Bob Marley brownies.
The new IKEA bags are so hot right now.
Well, you get to pick now.
Australian,
mate.
Australia, mate.
Don't worry, baby. Everything gonna be all right. Yeah. For me, it's more like never a bride, always banging the DJ.
I got a guy. If you can't do it, he's got a guy.
There you go. How about a grumpy old man? I want to hear you, grumpy old man.
I don't.
You don't have one? Hang on. Here, you can. That one will be all right. You can do that one. You want me to break out my grumpy old man? It's really unfair because a lot of these voices are not just voices to me, so that makes it a little more. I don't know. Even my imaginary friends are getting married before me.
In this country, you can be anything you want as long as you start with $14 million.
14. Do you know what a valley girl is?
It's like, hi, y'all.
Oh my God,
Oh my
so
God.
happy.
Hi.
So happy.
Hi.
You're being like Ruth Bader Ginsburg levels of mean to me right now, okay?
For English, press 1. For Spanish, oprima dos. For emoji, grin loudly.
All right, one more. Then we need to get going.
Okay.
I'm going to call Grandma and see what she wants for dinner.
British.
British?
British.
Oh my good heavens. Once I... A little turkey. I have to find my British accent. Are we going posh or are we going cockney?
Whatever you prefer.
All right.
Whatever you want.
Ah, I do say, I once slept with a goat, but not in a weird way.
I have a personal policy against high fives and fist bumps.
What? What do you have against high fives and fist bumps?
That's what the card said.
Well, but the card, so you're saying the card makes all your choices for you?
No.
Is that what you're saying? All right, then. Well, I have to tell you, I had a lot of fun with you today.
I had fun.
Did you enjoy this?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
You gonna come back and do it again sometime?
Sure.
All right. Maybe we'll get. You know who we should get is all the kids together and let y'all just ramble on about all this. Put the cards in there. Do you know I love you?
I love you.
Do you do?
Mm-hmm.
You know I love you more than life itself?
I love
You're
you.
one of the most important things in my life.
You're one of the most important things in my
I
life.
feel like you're just repeating me.
I'm not.
You're not.
No.
Sometimes my shoes are in knots. See what I did there was.
It's clever.
Thank you. I try, but you are really special to me, and I really appreciate you.
You're special.
And don't ever think for 1 second that I don't appreciate you or love you or whatever. You're amazing.
You're amazing.
I want really great things for you. So I'm gonna get you an acting agent at some point.
Okay.
We're gonna get you on the voice acting once you learn how to do Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, all right, we're supposed to do our moments of gratitude. Who are you grateful for? What are you grateful for?
I didn't know this was a thing.
It is a thing. Every show we end it with a celebrity you're grateful for and someone in real life you're grateful for.
I'm grateful for all the people I know. They help make me, who I am, whatnot. I don't know. I don't have much else to say.
All right. Let's see. So, celebrities that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the very talented and always popular V. Waters. She is extremely talented. How she's not in more projects, I don't know. She should be. And my real life person that I'm grateful for is you. Without you, the show doesn't happen.
not quite sure that's correct.
It is. If I don't have a guest to talk to, I don't have anyone to talk to. Therefore, the show doesn't happen. So thank you for coming and being a part of this crazy shenanigans that we have going on here.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome anytime. You're welcome anytime you want.
Okay.
All right. And in the meantime, I think we're going to have your cat for supper.
No, we're not.
You are?
No.
Yeah.
No.
What makes your cat so special?
She's your favorite.
Well, she is my favorite. That's true. Her and Shadow are my favorites.
Okay, but she's still tied.
She's
for
still tied
first.
for favorite, yes. It's because she's a little bully, though. Like, she's all like, oh, you're just sitting there looking at your phone? Not anymore. Pet me. Oh, you're not going to pet me? I'm going to bite you until you pet me. And then you pet her, and then she's happy. But she has a disability or a special condition. What is it?
One of her eyes is.
She only has one eye. Second one-eyed cat we've owned. She's a delight. I love her so much. She started off life so small and like tiny, and now she's like
The biggest cat we have.
oh my goodness, she weighs like 19 pounds. She's huge. And it's funny because she could be at the whole other end of the house, and you could put the food in ever so quietly, and all of a sudden you hear, like, was that a drum solo, or are you coming down the stairs? I don't know what that was.
You could put it in the bowl outside.
Oh yeah, I'll still find it. She's like, ooh, food. Ooh, ah. Here I am,
Whoa.
ready to eat. All right, we should go.
Okay.
Tell everyone goodbye. Wave everyone goodbye. Bye,
Goodbye.
everybody. We love you.